What do you think? Are they faltándole el respeto aquí un poco a Diego Cocca? Are they disrespecting Diego Cocca for all he did for Atlas to fire him here before the season is even out?
Yeah, when you look at it on paper, a guy who takes you from a 70-year drought to back-to-back, a bicampeonato, like to lift the trophy twice in successive seasons, and after one bad season, you push him aside. When you look at it on paper, that's a terrible thing to do. It looks ungrateful from the ownership group. But the reports are that this is a mutual decision because Diego Cocca actually has something lined up in Europe. So hopefully that is the case, because if not, it's a head scratcher. If not, I don't understand it at all. You're talking about a guy that's giving, a person that's given Atlas and that amazing fan base of Atlas the only glimmer of hope or light at the end of that tunnel in 70 years. He brought him to the promised land, a team that was dead to rights, dead in the water, had no business even being in Liga MX first division. Brought him back to the promised land, and now this happens. So I'm hoping those reports of it being mutual and him having suitors in Europe is true.
Yeah, that's the only way that this isn't like a huge disrespect, right? Because we talked about it around Campeones Cup, and we said, well, what's the value of Campeones Cup? Maybe to New York City, it could kind of relaunch their playoff quest. For Atlas, it could save their season, but it wasn't going to save their manager. You know, you win 2 titles after 70 years. You build up a lot of goodwill. You would not expect this guy to be fired. So hopefully, as you say, it is an opportunity in Europe that everybody says, hey, this is what's best for him. I'm surprised that he's going to go to Europe. I'm surprised there's not like a ton of demand for him in Mexico, given the success of Atlas. I'm surprised there's not interest in him maybe in Major League Soccer. And I'm curious to hear what you think, because this was mentioned on the broadcast the other night on Saturday. Diego Cocca is a potential Mexican national team manager down the road. What say you?
You're surprised he went to Europe over Mexico and Liga MX?
No, I'm surprised that he's leaving Liga MX, because I would have thought that a guy who had the success at Atlas that he had would have had teams all around Mexico and MLS knocking down his door with opportunities. Yeah. We don't know what this European opportunity is, obviously.
Exactly,
yet.
and it's about ambition, right? Trusting yourself. We've seen Mexican managers or coaches who have managed in Mexico, Mohamed, Caudet, Almiron, who have found their way to Europe from unsuccessful Mexican stints. And now this is a manager who was successful in Mexico, who could potentially find himself in a very big European situation. I'm not surprised at all. I actually think if it is true, it's one of these like, listen, everyone to their own way. I thank you, you thank me type of deal. I've given you 2 championships. There's not much more I can do here. I'm going to go look for a new adventure, a new challenge, and hopefully that is the case, because if not, I'm with you. It'd be very surprising to me if not.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.